What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video on how to install your links. I got these sweet INJORA high clearance links. They're all brass, so this thing's going to be weighted down for sure, guys. So I already got the body detached, so that way it's easier. I recommend it. There's just two little screws here and here, makes it real easy. We're going to start off by opening this bad boy up. These things, I'm surprised how heavy brass is. Like, I mean, I've dealt with brass just in construction and stuff, but I don't know. I was not expecting it to feel this heavy, which is good. Definitely glad that a motor's coming, but this is a thing. But yeah, look at these nice high clearance links. These things are sweet. Supposedly these are all made on a CNC machine. Super happy about that. So let's see here. We got our 50. We got a 70. We got a 39. We got another 39. We got a 50. $70 and our two 78s. There we go, guys. This is gonna be sweet. All right, you guys. So I just finished all of them except this last one, and I wanted to show you. So if you try to put it in on this side with this flange piece, it's a little bit bigger, so it's not going to go in either side. But if you flip it over, there's a little easier slide inside, I like to call it. Whoop, like that. So what you want to do, what I recommend you do, is you take your little O-ring, slide it over the flange side, just like that. Then what I like to do is put the flange side, label side. So the label's there, it's only on one side. So I really want my flange on the outside. And boom, just cover that over, get it sitting nice and perfect, and there you go. All the links are done, and they're going to give you a whole bunch of extra balls since they're small, and extra O-rings and stuff, so that's always good. I appreciate a company that always gives extra than what you need, since it is small. Does make it a lot easier, especially with these fat fingers that I got. Makes it a lot easier to build these, and gives me some breathing room. It does also help to have a little guy racing part mat with the lip, or any kind of mat that has a lip, a lot easier. So then we'll go over here. Start over here in the back. Recommend getting little guy racing parts toolkit. Very nice, very easy to use. Plus they're magnetic, so it helps with installing stuff. Get our 4.0 in our 0.5. Get our nut driver. Go ahead and get those wheels off. Put that over there. Start stacking our wheels. Get our wheel off. Stack our wheel. All right. Then we'll come to our back side here. 0.5 out. Nice long screws, as you guys can see. There we go. One side's out. Put these over here. Come down low. There we go. That one's longer. There we go. Just pops right out. This is our 78. So then we'll take our other 78. Slide it in. Almost literally just like locks right in place sometimes, which is really nice about INJORA. They do really good about that. But we're not going to do that quite yet. We're going to get all the way down to the bottom. Makes it a lot easier. Unscrew that. Another nice long bolt. Pops right off. Come over here. The shock's a little bit in the way, but we should be able to get it with the shock out of the way. Nice little spring action to get it out. Get it up closer here for you guys. Boom. Put that right there. And this size, 70. So we'll go over to our 70 millimeter there. Plop that down in. We're going to go back to our stock ones. There we go. Get that seated. All nice. Look at that. Very nice. And we'll go down here. This in there like that, and this will go right into the back of the differential. Screw that in nice and good. There we go. In there nice and good. Then we'll come up to our high clearance. Boom. Looking sweet. Grab a long stock screw here. Slide that into the skid plate. Getting that all nice and tight. INJORA does give you screws, but I'm just using the stock screws because I want to keep it all black as well. So that's kind of what I'm doing. You can use their screws, but I like black on the black body. On the black chassis, I mean. There we go. Slides right in. Tighten that boy down. There we go. 2 of them are in. Our stock's over there. Got our 78 and 70. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So some of you guys might already do this. Some of you might not, but what I like to do, keep it organized. Keep your longer, or not necessarily longer, but keep your screws. If your build is an orientation of this, whatever screw came up from up here, put it up here. If it came from down here, I'm not organized, look at myself. Keep it down here, or down lower. That way, like, you're not like, oh, which ones went with It shouldn't be too hard anyways, because you'll be able to tell which screw came from where, because like one screw will be longer than the other because it's got to get all the way through into this side and go a little bit deeper. So it just depends. If it's the same screw, like see how that one's just a little bit longer. Let's see if I can get it closer to you guys. This one on the right is longer and it came from down lower. So shorter one that came up from up higher, go up high. Oh, look at me go. There he is. Longer one that came from down lower, put down low. Just it's peace of mind in my thought process. So that's what I like to do. You don't have to do that, but I highly recommend it. You can even go as far as like, okay, this screw that I'm pulling here, if it's a shorter length, I'll put it off to the left side. I know it's probably very rudimentary and hopefully not demeaning or anything like that, but trust me, when keeping organized is the easiest thing you can do and can help you in the longest run. Got stuck in my screw. Goes up there on the left side. Go ahead and take out this linkage. Boop. Grab our 70. Keeping our labels on the right side. Okay, so we're going to grab this screw. Tighten that down. We'll go up here. Grab this link. Start driving it in. There we go. Sweet. Okay, now we'll get this link in. Take our screw from before. Get that attached on. There we go. There we go. Get it nice and tight. There we go. Looking good. Now we'll go ahead and throw back on the tires. So a good tip with putting on tires is you'll just finger tighten them on a little bit. Then you're going to go. Then once you feel the slightest bit of resistance, you're going to want to check back down. So that one is a little tight because if I barely touch it, it's not moving. So we're going to go back, loosen it off a little bit. See, it's better. I want it just a little bit looser. Just a tad bit looser. Go back, go one, turn. There we go. That's what we want. Otherwise, it'll bind up. Not good. Not healthy whatsoever. Get that screw, the spring seated there. Go ahead, do the other side. I'll try to show you a little better on this side. Put it in. Get our screw. See if it'll focus. There we go. Put on the nut. My fingers weren't so fat. Slide it on like that. And we're going to screw this thing on. Once you feel the slightest bit of resistance, a little more, too tight, back off of it, just a little bit looser. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. Just barely touching it and it wiggles. There we go. That's just a healthy practice to do. All right. Moving up to the front links. Go ahead, unscrew this tire. Plop. Unscrew that tire. Plop. Plop. All right. Get this a little bit more situated. All right. There we have it. Okay, take our 0.5 again. Go underneath here and screw this top side of the link. Always want to be the most troublesome. There we go. Move our links down. Top one. Go ahead and unscrew this side. I need to do a little bit more unscrewing. Just a little bit more. There we go. Bottom link. Pop this guy bad guy out. Now you're definitely going to be losing your servo here. Well, you're going to have to disconnect it from the servo. This is bottom Y. Other side, bottom Y. Unscrewing some more. These ones are long. Okay, bottom top link. There we go. Now it's all going to start coming out, which is okay. Have confidence. If you need to, take pictures of how things looked before. But hopefully with this tutorial, I'll be able to help you walk through how to take care of all this. Top link there. Okay. Luckily, your servo is mounted to the differential, so that's good. That unscrewing this won't be a big deal. It does become a little bit of a headache. Go ahead and unscrew this. Very nice long screw, as you guys can see. Taking that out. Be at the top of the Y here. Now we got our Y out. Why, you say? Why? So, you got your Y's here. You're gonna want to be like this. So, we'll go ahead and attach these down low. So we'll grab our lower screw link. I like to make sure I got the INJORA on the outside, how we set it up. Nice and tight. Go back over here. So with these, they're going to go to the outside. So this is definitely going to be a thing. But you're going to want to get that little spacer in there. So we're going to attach the other side since the screw goes in that way. We're going to do our other side here. Get the INJORA on the outside. Go ahead and screw that in. There we go. So this is double threaded here. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna get it a bolt from INJORA. Slide it through, which I have an EMAX servo, which comes with a tray that is already kind of pre-screwed, or has threads, I mean. Gotta get, oh my gosh. There we go. Get that lined up there. Start tightening that in. As you guys can see, I know the drive link is in the way. Sorry about that. Before that gets screwed in all the way, this is where it's going to be really fun to deal with. Because now we got to take this little spacer that is threaded on both sides and stick that in there. This is going to be a lot of fun because it's going to be a pain to hold in there while we do that. So this is where having like needle nose pliers would be really nice. I don't have any right now, nor do I want to go get some if I can find them. That's definitely a next purchase. What I suggest you should do is just grab any screw you do have, go ahead and just put it on this other side. Get it started a little bit. That way, this might help hold it up in there. This would obviously be a lot easier if I had the whole frickin' servo out. But this is how we're doing it, and we're gonna make it work. No matter how long it takes. Pull this screw back a little bit. There we go. Got that dropped. Now it's holding it. And we can go to this other side. And go ahead and tighten this bad boy down. There we go. Go ahead and pop this screw off. So that tip might work for you. Some tips don't work for everybody, but it obviously just worked for me. Just takes a little bit of finagling, but that's all right. Go ahead and attach this there. Connect that in. And there you go. Now you got your new Y links in. Very, very nice. Now, are you going to put in your side top links? Make sure that you put the INJORA on the right side. I mean, you can do it the other way. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but that's how I'm going to do it. So we're going to attach this down here. There's probably a billion other ways to be doing this, but no, I'm just kidding. Get that nice and screwed in. There you go. Careful not to strip out the plastic. We're going to take one of our top bolts. That attached up there. There we go. Slides right in. Now, before it gets too difficult, we're going to want to get our drivetrain back in. So that actually went really easily. But as you can see, the ears kind of lined up. That's just sometimes how the stock goes. It kind of sucks. It's really annoying sometimes. And it's just the best way that it can be. It's slightly off turn. I don't like that. I wish Axel would do a little bit better job with actually lining them up better, but that's just the way it goes and how it's going to be. Kind of bummed about that, but I guess that's why you also want to upgrade your drivetrain when you can. Just makes life just that little bit easier. And just, I personally believe it's healthier for your system. So that is an upgrade in the future, but right now I'm more worried about adding weight down low, better servo, bigger battery, and motor. Drivetrain would be next, but I have not gotten there yet. There we go. Careful not to strip anything out. Keep it nice and tight. Beautiful. I definitely want to get a new skid plate in the future too. I'm trying to get away from as much stock stuff as possible just because you can. And everything's plastic, which is not like the worst thing in the world, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world. But it is what it is. Slides right in. Go. Nice and tight. There we have it. Looking real spiffy. Gonna do the same thing again for our wheels. We don't want to over tighten them. Can't stress that enough. You'll bind up a lot of things. So go ahead, get that nut on. That's where it stops. Now I like to back it off. A couple of half turns. That feels really good right there. Barely touching it and it wiggles a lot. It's a really healthy move for your system. Go ahead and come over here to this other side. Go ahead and screw that down. Nice and tight. See, no movement, bad. Compared, bad. This is good, bad. I'll loosen that a little bit. A little bit looser. Oh yeah, that's really where you want it. Really nice. Oh yeah, guys, that looks so cool. Getting that all made up looks really, really nice. We'll lower that down a little bit. Get that focused. High clearance, man. Looks really, really good. Really aggressive. And like the gold brass color, like oh, I really like it a lot, guys. Looks super, super sweet. Really heavy too, so this will be able to help do a lot of good crawling, and I'm very excited about that. So we'll go ahead, get the ESC back on, the battery on, and we'll see where we're at. All right, you guys, this thing is looking sweet. We'll get a better angle here of it. Super cool. I mean, that just looks so nice. The gold looks amazing with it. Super, super happy with this. It looks really good. Lots of weight down low. We'll put it that way. We'll get this turned on. Oh yeah. Looking like a beast. So let's go ahead and take it over to the course. Yes.